Welcome back to another instalment of things that I paint while I'm waiting for paint to dry on furniture. This week I'm going to be painting a pot, and it's a pot that I've already painted once, grey. I don't know why grey, I'm not a neutral person, so I'm going to inject this with some colour. The first thing I'm going to do is mix in some sea spray into this dark red shade. All the products I'm using are from Dixie Belle, and that's going to give me a very thick paste. And I'm not going to apply it with a brush. No, I'm going to apply it with a glove because I want to slap this on. I want to create lots of texture, but I don't want texture to be created with a brush. I want a more kind of smoother texture. You see what I mean from the close-up? That kind of look. So this is it dry, and then the next thing I'm going to do is heat a candle up with a hairdryer, and this is going to create a resist between my two colours. So this wax is going to be sandwiched in between the two colours, and I'm just going to apply it really randomly all over, kind of just like I say, randomly. And then what happens is when you paint over your next colour, which in my case is this super bright red, the wax is going to resist that brighter red, and when I distress it, it's going to reveal the darker red underneath. So I'm just going to whack this bright red all over. This red, by the way, is my favourite shade of red from Dixie Belle. It is super bright, and usually bright reds don't cover that well, but this covers in one coat. As you can see, covers absolutely amazing. Left it to dry, and this wasn't in the original plan, but I felt like it needed just a little bit of something more. So I'm adding a silk screen stencil detail. Now these are really good because they have a self-adhesive backing, which means they're perfect to apply on awkward surfaces, such as this one. It's got ridges, it's got texture, it's got curves, it's got all the things. So I'm applying a kind of off-white colour, which is going to give me a more antique-y look than a crisp bright white. I'm just using a stencil brush for this because it is an awkward surface. Peel it off, and that should give you a beautiful stencil. There we go. So once it was dry, I'm obviously going to distress it, and that wax that was still sitting there under that bright red, it's just going to act as a resist, like I mentioned before, and then it's going to reveal the darker red underneath. So then I sealed it with TerraTuff to give it a nice sheen. I put some brown wax on it, don't worry, I haven't ruined it, buffed it off. The brown wax sits in all the details and makes it look aged. Here's a reminder of what it looked like before, and here's the after.